Every single day, thousands of hardworking Americans leave for their shifts, assuming they will return home to their families in the same condition they left. Unfortunately for many, that isn't the case. Workplace injury rates result in skyrocketing medical costs, diminished quality of life, and hundreds of billions of dollars lost annually to the American economy. These aren't just cold statistics or accidents, they are often the result of avoidable systemic failures. I speak to you today based on a rigorous research foundation and my personal professional journey in the safety and occupational field. My perspective is shaped by the specialized training I've received through my current certifications from both the U.S. Army and the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, better known as OSHA. While I have learned through both academic study and boots on the ground reality, is that modern occupational safety and health, or OSH, has evolved. It is no longer just about checking a box or avoiding a fine. Instead, the most effective modern approaches combine economic incentives, structured safety management systems, and context-specific strategies to reduce injuries and fundamentally transform organizational culture. To truly understand safety, we must first understand the business of safety. It is an uncomfortable reality that in a capitalist society, economic incentives heavily influence employer behavior. Every safety investment a company makes is, at its core, a cost-benefit decision. As Graham and Viscusi highlighted in their landmark 1990 research, when the quantifiable cost of an accident, which include litigation, lost productivity, and insurance premiums, outweighs the cost of prevention, businesses are finally motivated to act. As you can see from the graphic behind me, the red bar, which indicates the money-driven safety programs, has 7 injuries per 100 employees, versus the safety management system-driven program, indicated by the green bar, which has 3 injuries per 100 employees. There is a substantial difference in the program outcomes. The scale of this issue is massive and often underestimated. Researcher J. Paul Lee noted in 2011 that the national economic burden of occupational injuries actually rivals that of major diseases such as cancer or heart disease. While OSHA provides a vital and necessary regulatory floor, those regulations have their limits. A government inspector cannot be everywhere at once. We must leverage economic drivers such as reduced workers' compensation premiums for high-performing companies to motivate reform in the corner of industry where the law alone cannot reach. But money is only a motivator. It isn't a method. Financial desire to be safe doesn't provide the roadmap on how to get there. Moving beyond economic, systemic management systems becomes a critical how of safety. This brings us to the safety management systems, or SMS. Unlike traditional reactive safety, where we fix a broken tool only after it has caused an injury, SMS provides a proactive systems-based approach. It is built on the philosophy of continuous improvement, much like the Six Sigma or Lean models used in manufacturing. An effective SMS doesn't just look at a tripped worker. It looks at the lighting, the floor cleaning schedule, the communication, and the leadership that allowed a hazard to persist in the first place. Scholars such as Kynes, Kraus, and Lutamo have confirmed through multiple peer-reviewed studies that SMS significantly improves safety performance across the board. These systems are especially transformative in a high-risk industry like construction, where the work environment is fluid and changes every single day. When safety is integrated into the management system, a core business function, rather than being treated as a separate, annoying department, it becomes a part of the company's DNA. However, as effective as these management systems are, we must recognize that a rigid, one-size-fits-all approach is a recipe for failure in a diverse workplace. Finally, we must address the reality of context-specific challenges. A safety plan designed for a climate-controlled corporate office will fail spectacularly if applied to a high-rise construction site or a municipal police precinct. Different industries face wildly different risks and require tailored, flexible safety strategies that can adapt on the fly. Consider the field of law enforcement. Officers face unique, unpredictable hazards involving human behavior that cannot be mitigated by a static manual or fixed guardrail. Their safety depends upon split second decision making, specialized equipment, and constant situational awareness. In my own experience, I've seen how adapting a safety plan to a unique environment, whether it's a tactical military operation or a civilian warehouse, is the difference between a paper program that collects dust and a living program that saves lives. Flexibility is not a weakness in safety, it is a core component of the long term sustainability. In summary, the modern approach to OSH is a three-legged stool. It integrates the economic incentives that drive business decisions, the structured management systems that provide a framework for action, and the context-specific strategies that address the unique hazards found in every diverse workplace. Modern OSH successfully blends economic systems thinking and tailored approaches to create workplaces where people don't just survive their shift, but thrive. By adopting these multifaceted OSH strategies, we can significantly reduce human suffering and save billions of dollars. This proves once and for all that safety is not just a moral imperative, it is a financial one. Let's stop treating safety as a burden or a cost of doing business and start treating it as the foundation of a successful, ethical, and prosperous society.